Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening wherever you are. The stream is about to start. Grab your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with HexAsians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and Middle Class Working Man.
HexAsians? Nice.
Konnichiwa! Boom.
Konnichiwa to you too.
Konnichiwa.
Welcome. If you're one of the 22 lucky viewers watching, you're not one of the lucky people in Las Vegas right now because it's too damn early over there for you to be doing anything. Yep. So, Katya.
Yeah. Namaste, HexAsians.
Hey, ni hao,
How's
HexAsians.
everyone doing?
Yeah, how's everyone over there?
Don't know. We're actually meant to get someone who's on the floor to report live from Vegas, but I can clearly tell that he's still asleep. So,
Oh, would that happen to be our lovely Vince?
yep, that's him.
Vince is known to sleep once in a while.
He's jet lagged. that 45-minute flight really took a toll on him.
I'm all jet lagged. Snore. Don't worry, he's had his first sip of alcohol the night before, so he's dead for the next 3 days.
But we also have Marian representing the Filipinos in Vegas, and we have Yashdeep. He's our ABCD representative.
I hope she's not working there though, dealing on the tables or something.
Nicholas, I used to go to Vegas every quarter for my last company, and I'm so absolutely 100% over it. I would love to see a lot of Hexicans and Pulsicans in person, but you know, it's a hefty flight from here. And I don't know, man. Maybe.
Next year.
Yeah. Wait, Vegas in September. Hopefully that doesn't coincide with Pulse Chain going live.
Yeah.
So if it goes live in, say, April, maybe I'll be so giddy that I'll fly the family out to Vegas and we'll have a good time.
Sounds
Yeah, I like
plan.
with Crypto Sparbook, Patrick and Alan were talking about they plan on doing, sounds like another tour, but they can't do it until Pulse Chain is actually released. So
Listen, can I just say one thing before we begin?
Yeah.
Those of you that are tuning in, welcome. This probably is the most lowest energy of all of the streams that you'll see about Hex, and it's just our nature. We're very reserved people here in Asia, but there's a good side to that. You won't catch any of the drama in here. It's a safe zone of sorts. We all love each other. We're all going to talk about things that, you know, are very cool and calm while you pass the time waiting for this beautiful Pulse Chain to launch. And I'm sure that it's going to come fucking soon!
Careful, Papa. Leonard might just throw you out.
oh yeah.
You're
So
too
did-
loud.
So did the Crypto Sparbook guys talk about what kind of tour they're going to do or where about? Are they going to go south? Are they going to go to South America, or are they going to us, to Asia, or are they going to go to Europe and tour Europe?
Yeah, no details.
No idea.
No details on that. They just said that in order for them to be able to do workshops and to be able to onboard a lot more people, it's going to be post-chain has to be released. So
Yeah,
what's up,
definitely.
Wales?
What's going on, guys? How
Yeah.
you guys doing?
Hey, Wales, how you doing?
Hey, Wales.
Doing all right, man. How you guys doing?
Good morning.
Good. You in Vegas?
Negative. I'm home still.
Right on.
Yeah.
I can tell by the lighter on
And
the pipe.
Nah, well, you still be hearing that if you was in Vegas. Don't get that shit twisted.
Right on.
Or if I was in Vegas, excuse me.
It's like TSA. They're like wave people through. Wales puts his bag up. They're like zip.
You would actually be surprised. They don't search for that anymore.
They don't?
Nope.
They don't?
Confirmed.
Well, they may say, "Excuse me, can you just at least put this into baggies instead of just putting the raw weed in your big freaking Rasta case?"
You know what those dogs sniff for nowadays? Hard drugs and money.
Money?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
For
What?
those that are not in the know.
That's what I do.
And I mean fiat.
Oh, I sniff for hard drugs and money.
Well, good luck with that. You might have a job.
by the way, Wales, thank you for hosting me on your channel last week.
Oh, my pleasure. man.
And I was I was looking at the rewatching the stream, and I realized it had like half the views which you normally get on your channel. But then I realized that you just streamed after 4 or 5 hours after our stream. So I blame it on the algorithm.
Naturally.
It has nothing to do with me. but it was fun. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was definitely,
And
Go ahead.
No,
it was
that's
definitely
okay.
nice to watch. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Keep going.
No,
Sorry.
that's okay. I just wanted to say really quickly, I did, or rather me, I had to call a last minute rain check because it literally rained. There was no questions. It rained for a week, and I was on evacuation orders. So no streaming. It's either me or I'm underwater.
So did they pull up the ark and say, "I'm sorry, only 2 of you can come per family"? Because
funny, that's actually a real joke. Everyone was actually looking for Noah. Anyone who look homeless look like bloody Noah. I tell you, Nico, like,
Nice.
Where's the boat?
it was that bad. It just rained, and because it rained, was it the sea level rose or what? Because fresh water isn't just going to dump on the coast and pool up like that, is it? I mean, what was the problem?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, this one's a weird.
They got like a year worth of rain in 2 days.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
kind of.
Okay,
Yeah.
well in that case,
So water's everywhere, every single direction. But just for context, I think Papa made fun of my basement car park. That was
well, you know, you make use of that water that's coming out of the car park, right? You gotta lather up.
yeah. Just for the viewers, just for context, I'll just play a short clip how it looked like from my vantage point at least. Okay, have a look at this one.
That's some muddy type of river water there, or is that a canal that goes into the ocean, or what?
Yeah, it does. So it goes out to the open ocean. No, it goes into a bay before it gets to the ocean. But yeah, it's very, very bad. That's
So
it.
what happened? Are the pumps running now in the basement or so?
Oh no, they work. They're working fine, but they just can't cope because the stormwater's backflowed, so it couldn't take the water out on time. So it just came back. It all just came back, and yeah, very
Just
inconvenient.
bailing it over the I don't know, the flood walls or something, and just coming right back in.
Blood walls.
I don't know, because the
Japan.
whatever canal, it's probably that you're under. I mean, here in Japan, we're under sea level right here on 3 claimed land, and they just build these huge walls that then go back into the canal that's got brackish water that's flowing the river water into the ocean, right? And then, yeah.
No, we got no walls here, so the water
No
just
walls.
comes. That's it.
Well, I see a business opportunity. Think about it. Sell them some walls.
Okay.
Hey, guys, look. Can I just shift gears into what we were talking about in the green room before we started?
Please go.
I think it is amazing that we have a leader like Richard that when he, gets some kind of issue, he's not too proud, nor he's trying to sweep things under the rug. He says, hey, I've got this complex thing to consider. Community members, give me your best shot at fixing this problem, and we will get this thing working forward for you ASAP. So everyone that has a big brain in this chat should be using this mind bender, word problem to figure out a fix for this, for Richard and the community. This is a great, again, this is a mark of a good leader that can ask for help when he can't figure something out. He's doing the brain teaser for everybody. We got huge brains in our ranks. So please do contribute to this.
Now, I don't know where everyone, especially at chats, is aware of this message 34 minutes ago, but the funny part was he just replied to himself, really. That's what it is. And it says, this is now solved. I don't know if he solved whatever he was talking about before, or it's something else. Don't know. Actually, no, hang on. I should probably... Nope. Nope. I have no clue, but I think Richard's speaking on the at Hexpo, right? Next day or two.
Yeah.
Probably get a bit more clarity, I suppose.
Maybe. But again, I think it's great that he's opening up like this. He must be just putting the finishing touches on everything. Sounds like the AMM bot issue about V3. But I'm confused, and I want you guys to... Wales, do you know why he's addressing a V3 complication when he wouldn't be forking V3? Why does he have to address V3? I'm the idiot here in the cast. Can you explain? Wales has left the building and is going to talk to his...
I was muted again.
Talk to his pusher.
Seems like he's not engaging with forking, but what he is engaging is the liquidity that exists over there, because it's where the majority of Hex's liquidity sits. So he can't just ignore it, right? So he has to figure out a way to tie them together mathematically so that when it launches over there on Pulse Chain, it's not all out of whack. So he's trying to find a way to essentially trying to conduct the high wire act, if you want to think about it like that, because you have two systems that are not the same trying to be made the same in terms of output. So think about it like this, because that was clearly a little too much bullshit. It's like think about it like this. It's like trying to splice two engines. One's a V4, one's a V8. You can't really do that, right? You got to figure out how to make the V4 compatible with the V8, and that's what he's trying to figure out.
I've solved it. It's called a V6.
Yeah, nah. It's not how it works.
Oh, no?
I'm glad you think so.
Damn it.
Because it's a propulsion problem, right? It's a math problem. It's a proportion problem. It's how do we make these things balance out and not break? That's the question. So I'll probably work on it a little bit later or something. I don't know. We'll see. Because these kinds of things, it's a little elusive because it doesn't make sense. How are you forking something that you can't fork? And it's not that. He's not forking anything. He's trying to replicate so that he can touch the liquidity and kind of zap it over, right? Because what happens when you bridge something over is that it's essentially being removed from one network and being slotted in another, right? And what's happening in the under the hood is that these coins are getting wrapped, right? You got, like, let's say you got ETH going from ETH to Pulse Chain. it's ETH. ETH stops at Ethereum network, right? But the counting mechanism carries it over and wraps it into P ETH or whatever the hell it's going to be called. And that's, basically what's going on. Not to get too detailed. So if you're talking about literally ripping the liquidity from one entity to transplant it to another, luckily it's only a math equation, because otherwise it just wouldn't be doable. That liquidity would just be locked. Like it happens in a lot of cases when these coins fork and split or whatever they do, and they can't access that liquidity. It's just gone. Right. So here he's trying to figure out a way to just use math and zap it on over instead of acting like it just doesn't exist, because that's not going to work. Because then you're leaving 70% of the value for everybody on some other chain, right? And nobody can trade it or engage it or whatever have you. So that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And thank you, Wills, for adding to the confusion. But,
Did I? My bad.
but the thing is, who are we discussing this with? Most of the people don't understand anything and really shouldn't bother. There are way more smarter people in the dev team and the game theory team to look at it. And but from my understanding, the basic problem here is, again, yeah, that's one thing at least I understood, or I concur with Wales with, that is, it is a math problem, because see, V2 is simple. You have equal amount of liquidity on both sides, but on V3 it is asymmetrical, plus it is wrapped in a like NFT instead of an ERC20. So how to balance out those that liquidity? Because for matching the price, you will have to, what the AMM bot will do is it will use newly minted pulse to buy up the tokens, or add to the, what you Ethereum pool, and get the other tokens. But this cannot be done easily on the V3. So that is what makes it tricky. But I'm sure Richard will figure it out on his own, and then he will go on live stream and say, "See, I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. I tell you that." So for us, we can just stick and chill. And so sorry, I'm not drinking anything today. Um, uh,
You're not drinking today. What a
because because the price is down, and even Richard just tweeted, "Can the devs do something?" V2, V3. I am not. Please do something.
So Diraj, does it mean that when the price goes up, you have a beer or something like this? Or anything harder than a beer?
He has a fancy drink for sure.
We have fancy drink, yeah.
Middle class, what are you drinking?
Depends.
Oh, good question. Hold on.
Korean.
It is correct. It is Korean. The only flavor that I can find, it says, stay healthy, refresh in daily life. That's what it says.
Oh, very nice. I can tell you what I'm drinking. I'm drinking a day-old leftover bottle of Dr. Pepper that I found on the table in the living room, and just like my girlfriend in college, It's mighty warm, mighty flat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There, that was the extent of the opening, and here we go.
Actually, I had created this meme for the Filipino chat room. Like when price goes up, I drink Hogardin, and when price is low, I drink San Mig Light. So that's kind of thing I do.
Send me your address, Diraj, and I will send you some nice blue gin. Middle class workman, he would know that there's blue gin made in Queensland, very famous.
Yeah.
I'll send you a bottle. I will send you a bottle. Just enjoy the bottle. Amazing stuff.
Empty bottle.
No, full bottle though.
Well, there is this comment from EI Mantos. Well, you are watching it, so we know who is who right now. So
What?
I that was the
So
comeback.
if we- yeah, see, I really price is down. I have very little energy to even troll properly.
Your
Yeah,
rapier
price is
wit
down.
is missing its edge. I think it's normally you're the king of the trolls and you can really hit them where right below the belt. But this one that was like a stillbirth of comedy.
So,
So-
talking about the price, what is the price anyway nowadays? Is it 9 cent, 8 cent, 10 cent, 12? I haven't got a clue. So,
I think 11.
if somebody knows, 11 cent?
I don't.
Because I don't watch, I barely watch the price chart anymore. I'm not interested in the price chart.
Yeah,
There's nothing I can do anyway. So,
our price bot Melv Tony is missing.
Oh, yeah, it was Melv Tony, yeah. you must
Well,
think
Tony's in
yeah.
Vegas and he's in front of the
Vegas,
slot
yeah.
machines and he's
Yeah.
counting the progressive wheel. He got distracted, so he's just sitting there going, 100,339, 1,339 and a half, 1,340, and he's just like sitting there in a Vegas, situation, and he's just fixated on the progressive slots as it counts up. You should never take
But it's-
Mel of Tony to Vegas.
Yeah, but I saw Bella
There he
Brand
is.
in the chat.
He's
though.
in the chat.
There he is.
No, I think it's a
11.
different guy.
Melv Tony's right there, 11,
Oh, oh,
11.47.
sorry.
Oh yeah, thank you,
Yes.
thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's on it.
Told you.
Yeah.
See, you just have to mention his name and the AI generates him.
AI generate. No, definitely not Beetlejuice.
He's got the ticker on his watch. He just looked at his wrist. Oh yeah.
0.114.
Sometimes I think he's a bot or so because he comes in a couple of times during the live streams. Regardless which live stream, he is always there and he sends a price tag. So
And the bot is smart enough to respond when someone says, "Are you a bot?" No.
no, I'm
And there we go. This
Oh,
is
he's
the
not a
latest
Vegas
one. Vegas.
I'm not in
See,
Vegas.
just like a bot to say that.
Funny.
Well, Balliot Brand's in the house. That is a good thing as well.
Hey, Bally.
Oh, he's
Hello,
in Vegas though,
Brand.
yeah.
You must be in Vegas.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
most people are in Vegas. Man.
Yep, it's really early for you guys, isn't it?
Yeah, Vegas even earlier. 5 a.m. or 5:30.
So that means he didn't go to bed yet. They're still partying.
Correct. Usually how it works out there.
Does anyone want to place their bets?
Black.
Oh, it doesn't do like that. You have to be specific.
Why? That's a red one that
What?
came up. I'm just gonna
No,
take black.
I'll refresh that. There you go. Pick something.
Make it black
What's-
53.
What's 12?
12?
Is it black or
12's
red?
red.
Red.
I'll take 12 red.
Okay.
2 black.
All right, I'll give it a go. Nope. 35 black.
35
Okay,
black.
that was fun. I lost my money. Thanks.
That was
Kids, this is
horrible.
why we don't gamble.
Yeah, this was horrible. I didn't even see the wheel spinning right. I'm like, where's the thing at? How do you
I
know?
know.
Yeah, where's the?
I call fraud. I want the commissioner of
I
slot
smell
machines to
digital
come.
fraud.
Yeah.
Dorsey just plays his bets 3, 6,
6 and 9.
3, 6, and 9.
Yeah,
Yeah, you lost all your money, buddy.
Is this a free pulse game?
No, I didn't play
Free-
that. Did anyone play that?
I played
Freepulse.io.
it a while ago.
Yeah,
See,
it's cool.
Again, I don't know whether you guys read the tweet. I am making the 9 commandments of Hex. So, and the first commandment is thou shall not speak of any other coin before Hex. That is why we don't talk about other altcoins and projects. But see, you have to like understand the nuance. Like this is, you should not talk about other coins before Hex. You can talk about them after Hex. So we will
Pick an order.
What about during
we
Hex?
will well during Hex we talk about Hex. But we will, because there are these side show projects that are going on, doing sacrifice phases and whatever. But really, mm, I don't know whether they will actually be helpful for the Hex ecosystem. I see my biggest bag is Hex, so I will only talk of Hex and about my coins when I release them. That's it.
Oh, your coins.
Yes,
The
you
Golden
know,
Mike token is coming out.
like I declared it. I declared them like 4 or 5 months before, like even a month before Pulse Chain launch. Like it's called Universal Web Utility Token.
Universal
UW.
Value Liquidity Token.
That sounds like a scam.
Universal
Universal-
Value Liquidity Token. UVOLT.
No, it's not Universal Web
Space Cash.
Utility Token.
What happened to Uvu? Uvu or
That's
Is it
what I
Uvu?
said. Uvu. He misheard it. Uvu. And
UVU. Okay.
yeah,
Sounds good.
that's yeah.
But don't tell me you're gonna run a sacrifice, right? Good. Go ahead.
No. I have a. I also told about that, like sacrifice is taken and people are like tired of it. Like I will do, like we already had an ICO, we have IPO, we had IDOs, initial DAO offerings, and what you call IEOs, initial exchange offering.
Exchange offerings.
So
Yeah.
I am going to do an IRO. What is an IRO? It's called an
Recycle.
instant regret offering. That is, you send your money and regret it
And
forever.
it's gone.
I like
And it's
that.
gone. And it's gone. Right.
that's good.
Now, because I am like recycling my jokes, I wanted to practice the speech I was going to give
Hex
at the
Alpha.
Vegas conference. Like I think I'm scheduled for day after tomorrow. I confirm. So yeah, I was going to tell a little story. Yeah, I have not like decided whether I'll go ahead with it, but here's a sneak preview. So gather around, children. I am going to tell you a story. So this story is that of a blind old man called Babaji. Oh, again, here I have to give the slight explanation. Like G is not as in RG, but G is a like suffix attached to the name in India. Uh, it's like you add a san in Japan. So
But
like we
if
say,
you translate G into Japanese, it means hemorrhoid. So continue, please.
yes. So that would explain RG3, but yeah, but but so Babaji was a blind old man. Every night he used to go to the well at the edge of the town to bring back water. He would carry a pitcher of water in his right hand and an kerosene lantern in his left hand. One day, while he was walking on the road on his way home, he saw there were a couple of young men who looked at Babaji and started laughing. Like, and they said, Babaji, you are blind. Why are you carrying a lantern if you cannot see? And to which Babaji just smiled and replied that, uh, oh, children, I can find my way home without the light. It is for people like you so that you don't get lost. So, moral of the story, I still have to think about it, but what the moral of the story is. But I think you got the point. Like people ask me, why, why are you streaming? Why are you doing this? So that's my objective. Like I don't need to be streaming or doing anything. I'm good, but I have to provide the guiding light so that people don't get lost in this dark forest called crypto. I now looking at everybody's reaction. Uh,
I need a break, and I will have to digest that. Give me 2
Ladies
seconds.
ladies and gentlemen, G. Raj Moore.
What happened? He's frozen.
There you go.
That was instead of Aesop fables, that was D-Raj fables. Oh, Mother Goose.
Oh man.
Oh no,
What happened? He's gone.
He froze.
he's gone. He
He
froze.
froze, yeah.
They
I'll
probably
grab a
lost the internet.
screenshot.
He's coming. He's processing the moral again.
He has to load. He has to get a new load.
He should apply for the Starlink or something, the American Starlink.
Somebody, market sold D-Raj.
That's an NFT right there.
Right.
That's it.
Somebody
Screenshot
screenshot that.
$1 million NFT.
He froze himself.
He's thinking of what to say still. Hold on. It's gonna.
Stuck trans-
Stuck transaction. That's a good one.
That's great.
It means we have to replace him with with higher grade. There you go.
Uh,
Welcome back.
We put him in with the same notes.
I don't know.
Back.
I don't know till what how much of the story did you guys get to hear, and I for a second I thought RG3 got angry and like removed me from the stream, but it was my internet problem. It goes on. Um,
Yeah, we heard it. We heard you.
Diraj, don't go away.
Nemo, don't go.
Meme time.
If you go away, Diraj, the price goes up on Hex. Do you know that? True. According to my Tony, the price just went up because of Diraj left.
Oh shit!
Double check.
Middle class, can you please add that frozen face onto the intro for D-Raj?
So funny, man.
That's a must.
I wonder if people realize how good 2023 is going to be. Because it's still 2022. That's
We
how
just started
far.
2022.
Exactly. That's how far in the future I look, sir. Mm-hmm. See, a lot of people got it messed up, man. We got it really good. There's no reason to be complaining whatsoever.
I mentioned it on the conference that the price that we're at right now is beautiful because we want more regular little guys to be
You want
Hexicans.
the average Joe, yeah. I mean, what sucks because you're 100% correct, and I 100% agree. We don't want institutions here. We want the average person that needs this to use it. That's what we need. That's what's going to take it. This is what took it from 10 to 50 cents last time. Average people needing to use this tool for what it's designed. And it's a good question, right on time. Now we got this fucking turbo under the hood, which is Hedron. Because now removes that mental block of I can't lock in my money and not have access to it. Because that's a mental block for people. Because they don't realize that's exactly what you need to be doing. So this is a good way to trick them into doing it. Because they're going to do the max stake. They're not going to understand what they're doing at first. But over time, they'll get to that point, just like we all did. And then it seems to me that it's going to be the reverse for the HSI instance right now with Hedron, because people are going to understand, hey, you can get this Hex, buy this coin, and do a 15-year stake, get the max shield, and all that jazz. But people aren't going to understand the other end of it. And then when time passes by and people start trying to get out of these HSI stakes, they're going to learn that it's not a free lunch. But that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, because all that means is just creating the market structure to be proper. It's just forcing the market structure to basically structure itself properly, because there's no reason for everybody to do a 15-year stake, because everybody isn't going to be able to sell that 15-year stake, and not at the value that they think they're going to be able to sell it. And this is assuming that it's really still all peer-to-peer and no institutions are in there trying to gobble up everything, right? Because then it changes the equation of things. Because an institution has nothing else to do but sit there and look to make money. That's literally their job. So there's going to be less and less opportunity for the little guy if institutions are there doing nothing but waiting to pick at whatever food is on the table, right? So that's the differentiator between having something where the little guy can just get in and having something where it's just like a centralized exchange setup, or something where the big players have a leg up, right? Because if you, like, for example, you guys know we're doing all this real world crap, right? So when you set up these accounts at these places, what you probably don't know is that all these coins, these shit coins, they're all readily available for any institution to buy if they desire to. Yeah, all the shit coins. You think that's a coincidence? Because what does a fucking hedge fund or whatever know about these shitcoins? I mean, this is what's on the menu. You understand? It's not what they're looking for. It's what's on the menu. Whether they're looking for it or not is irrelevant. But it's what's on the menu at all of these institutional players' desk. It's not Hex, right? It's not anything worth buying, which there isn't many things in the shitcoin space. So I mean, a lot of people aren't gonna know that, right? Because they just presume things. But that's a reality. Like, you literally got all these shitcoins. Just that's what's on the menu for these institutions. So how do you compete against that? How do you combat that? There's only one way, and that's by us doing what we've been doing and continuing to do it. Because the average person, while they might be interested in the marketing aspect of it, which is what the majority of what we see in price pumps nowadays is, right? I mean, the average Joe thinks crypto is NFTs. That's a fact, not an opinion. The average Joe is such a schmuck that they think NFTs is crypto, not realizing a currency can only be fungible. But again, ignorance is not bliss. You see? So you have all these people entering the space, and yeah, it might be good for adoption and what have you, but guess what? These motherfuckers are going to get rinsed. That's not good for attrition. Right? Yep. Which should be the end goal in my mind. So while people think that virality is good, it's not. What's good is motherfuckers being taught the right way about how to do things and how to use things so that they not failing and getting lost in the sauce like we all were. Who here liked taking a major loss? I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's just a random thought. I don't know. Like, I didn't like getting taken to the cleaners, but that's what most of us have to go through. So if we can try to help people avoid that shit, why not?
What loss did you take? You're talking about selling.
Just losses in the game of investing, bro.
Oh yeah, in general, yeah.
In general, this is a whole process. People think this shit is specific to crypto, and that's where they get me confused. Crypto is just one aspect of this whole fucking game. Because there could be something else that comes along that appreciates faster than crypto. How the fuck do we know? I didn't expect crypto to be this. Did you? No. And that's the whole damn point. Everybody thinks they know some shit. Nobody knows shit. Until you realize that you're not gonna be an all-star. You're not gonna be good. You're not gonna find Hex. Somebody's gonna tell you about it. Right? And that's the difference. Getting in early versus getting in a year later. I'm gonna forever think about that. Because I could have been retired now instead of just ignoring crypto and not keeping up with this shit. See, that's a fact. That's something that happened to a lot of people. Just like it happened to people with Bitcoin. And people don't respect that. They don't respect that. They think that getting a couple X's now is good enough. Not understanding that, if you think this shit is going to continue, you're going to hold that. And you're never going to get out. And guess what? You're never going to get that money back. Because that shit is just going to go to zero. And the shitty coin, that's what happens. Over time, that's what happens. Right? They just fall to zero. Every meme coin isn't Doge, They're not going to have Elon talking about it. Fact. Right? So you gotta realize that. Because even that hasn't helped that shit, because as soon as he went and talked about it on TV, it's been straight down ever since. Right? So this is what the average Joe experiences. And this is what I constantly think about. This is why I don't give a fuck about going viral. That's not going to help nobody, because all these people are going to do is what? Get in and get the fuck out. Just like we all did back in the day. Otherwise, none of us would be here streaming. Period.
But for Hex in general, how many front ends do we have now for staking? We got the hex.com staking
know. We gotta have at least 5.
5?
At least.
I know of hex.com staker app, and now we have Hedron as well. But they're all individual staking experiences. Yeah,
you got apphex.win. You got backuphex.com. What's the other one? I can't remember.
But what I mean, anyways, what I mean is you got this. We only got one liquidity pool. We only got one hex pool in general. So there's only one hex coin there. It doesn't matter where you stake them, it will be locked up for the period of time. So if you go to hex.com, it locks up. And if you end stake or emergency end stake, you have to pay a penalties. If you lock it up with Hedron, again, it's locked up for the period of time. You either can sell that stake to somebody else, regardless, it's still locked up. And with Hedron, as far as I am concerned, you cannot emergency end stake. Am I right?
I think you can. You can.
You
You
can?
can still EES. Yep.
Yeah.
Because the purpose of tokenizing the stake is so that you can transfer or sell. It doesn't change the functionality of Hex whatsoever. It just changes what you can do with the stake ID.
So stake are the same. Stake are the same. You can stake. You
Yeah,
stake rep.
everything's the same. Yeah,
Yeah, use the
everything's the
same.
same. The staking the
So-
same. Everything is the same.
So are you saying that? Are you gonna primarily do only HSIs for the rest of?
Me? No, I don't need to do HSIs, bro. I gotta know. See, so if you're a person that already has a ton of stakes, then you already got a ton of Hedron. You don't need to make any HSIs. I mean, for what? Especially if you're like me and you got max duration stakes out the yin yang. Your T shares are gonna keep you paid. Period. You don't need to take a loan out. You already got the asset. So the system is there to collateralize your existing hex stakes if they're collateralizable, right? And for those of us that have been around for at least a year, we're going to have some value to extract from that system. However, the price of that value is going to be determined by the interest in that specific nexus of the hex network, which is now called Hedron. That is all. Right? But at the end of the day, it's still a way to access value that's been given to us that only works with Hex. So if people can understand, I mean, it's kind of funny because in certain ways, if you don't understand Hex, you can't really grasp Hedron and the importance of it. Because what this really is, in essence, is it's a form of currency that allows you to have access to this high quality collateral. Nothing else will, unless you buy Hex directly. You see, so it's adding this other layer of game theory that is hard for people to understand yet. But the bigger this market gets,
What's it say?
failed transaction. Yo, that's great, bro. I'm sorry.
No, he dropped out, so that was a replacement D right there.
Oh my god, that was so good, bro.
Oh, wait, is that real time?
Nah, he's back.
Oh,
He's back.
here he comes.
Oh, hold on.
Up, pending transaction. Greater than 1 hour to wait.
Where's the speed up button?
I don't have enough gas.
Insufficient funds. Oh, God.
Man, did you hear about some Hedron whale dumped 840K worth, and I think they bought Hex with it. Free. That's free Hex.
Yep.
840K worth of Hedron that they got for 0. Free Hex.
Well, the OA is going to be a Hedron whale as well.
Yep.
That's a smart move here as well. Yeah. Either way, I mean, it's not going to go away. Somebody else is going to build some other front ends, with some other tools on it attached. So time will tell whether or not it's going to work out and everything. And then people go to Hedron or they go to Staker app. I mean, at the beginning, Staker app was the same. Nobody liked Staker app. And then all of a sudden now everybody, I don't know how many, Staker app, 80,000 people now? Or 80,000 wallets or something like this?
83,000, no?
83,000 wallets, yeah, incredible. Why not? Very easy to onboard with them. Now, Hedron also got this benefits on onboarding. If people don't want to lock up and for such a long time, or they are able to sell their stakes, okay, that's another benefit. But yeah, they're all onboarding tools.
Speaking of onboarding, I want everyone to know that I was just coming back from sushi with my wife tonight, and she was on her phone, and she's scrolling through this chat. And it's got Pulse X logo in the background, and it's all in Japanese. I'm like, what the ever loving heck is that? And she says, this is the line chat for Pulse X in Japan. And I said, how many members? She's like, 208. I remember looking over her shoulder a couple of weeks ago when it was only 6.
Wow.
So it's starting to take root. Now, granted, a lot of these members are attracted to Pulse X and Pulse, having been duped by Pulse Pad, that piece of shit ripoff site. And now they're all restarting with the real McCoy. So the word is getting around, and they're coming to the right place where they can actually enjoy Richard Hart projects directly.
Yeah, because you brought up that pulse pad thing. Yeah, a lot of, yeah. Some of my friends were also asking me regarding the pulse pad, and while it was about to launch, and I said, please stay away. And luckily, they were saved.
Yeah,
And
a lot of people
I
weren't
think,
saved, though. A lot of people weren't.
yeah. Actually, I discussed about Hedron in one of the rather Twitter space I did day before yesterday. It's still there. It's in the uh, last 10-15 minutes. Uh, Please go and listen. I think I went a bit technical as well, and leave your remarks if you can, if you want to. But basically, I've already said, I will only talk about Hex and recommend only Hex. But the thing is, yeah, now Hedron exists. The game has changed. How it will play out, we don't know. The thing is, as long as we onboard more people into Hex via Hedron, it's good for the project. If you are just um, getting Hexicans to buy Hedron with Hex, then it's not a good thing. And I I still don't understand how the game theory would completely play out. Uh, some say it will act like a bond with coupon of Hedron. I feel it kind of consider similar to a futures contract, or maybe a hybrid between a futures contract and an option contract. But that's the good thing. Like, you have the option. We go back to the marshmallow test, right? So the whole point of the marshmallow test is that you have the option to eat the one marshmallow now without having any punishment. It's not if you eat the marshmallow right now, you will get slapped with a penalty. So this way it does change the game a bit, but let's see how it plays out. uh, but I think I have said this earlier, like, this again, this is kind of sci-fi kind of shit, personal development. I think I will ask Richard to include this in the money section, or I think it is already mentioned in it in different wordings. If you have money, people know that you have money, and they market you something directly meant for you, it is highly likely that you will be lowballed, or what's the term, nickel and dime. People will nickel and dime you. So in the community, everybody knows people made a lot of profit, and we have the crypto comparison chart, so people know Hexicans have money and they are trying to uh, get your money. So trade carefully. Doesn't matter if they are taking 1% as developer fee or a small portion of the burn going to the source address, or taking 8% as consultation charges. I stay away from all this, but you are free to do whatever you want with your money. Take it and go.
There's kinetics in the house.
Hey, kinetics.
Welcome.
What up, Kinetics? Yeah. So I don't know. Hedron is good. It's very good for the ecosystem. But if you don't understand all of the game theory that can be played with this by people that already have stakes and those that are creating stakes, then it's just not gonna. It's gonna seem like all too much, but it's not all too much. It's just allowing Hex to be used in whatever way somebody actually wants to use it. You're not forced to make 15-year stakes. And in fact, I would state that it doesn't make sense to if you don't intend to keep that duration for any reason whatsoever, assuming you don't actually know the math to exit, right? Because I did this a year ago, but I did a stream about bond mathematics, like how this would play out in terms of prices, and it's not what people think. So learn. If you're making HSIs, do not play yourself, because it's gonna be people like me on the other side not buying your expensive ass shit because you don't know what your pricing is. Really simple. It's not mine either. It's just how it works, and it's not gonna change because it's crypto. Math is math, and cash flows can be deduced based on math. So nobody in crypto is gonna change that. Period. Because y'all don't got the money, so y'all can't change it. Y'all just got some money. So you can't change it, if that makes sense. But this is an important tool because it adds another layer of complexity to the game theory. It makes people think a little differently. They don't realize it yet, but it's going to. It's going to.
Mm,
I don't get this.
Hmm?
What?
7 years? Oh, I think they mean 7 coins. I don't know.
Probably 7 onboarding.
I don't know.
7 ways of staking or something.
or Durzi has downed 7 beers. You may not know.
How many of you guys
Oh,
claimed 100% of your
I
stakes?
got one
Your
left.
2,000 stakes that you have.
Oh well, now I don't got that many, man.
I was lucky to get everything done on the day when everything was down around 20, so I averaged 21 Gwei for
Nice.
everything.
Nice.
Not
Just
bad.
took the whole day, and I took the risk too, because if things were kind of stable, I just batched them all. Like I just kept clicking. Didn't matter, and then they would start to hit at different levels, and I just got lucky that they just all filled.
Nice. I'm still waiting on
Me too.
one. I got one left that hasn't filled, and I'm playing the gas game with. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I didn't-
You
I
guys
didn't
do
all
know.
mine.
You guys do know that you can claim on each day the stake is open. So I realized that, like, after, like, I claimed on the first or second, I claimed on the second day just to make sure some there is a, what you call, pawns gamut. Some people, degens, tried the smart contract for real first, and we know that it is safe. So I claimed on the second day. I don't have that many stakes. After all, I'm just a shy shrimp. So, but yeah, now I have more Hedron that can be minted, but it is less than what would cost me in gas fees. So I'm not going to mint. Maybe on the day, one day before the stake ends, I will, and then u- use it as a subsidy for paying the gas fee.
I must admit, I fucked up royally. Like what you just said, I had it in my mind, and I went through the process, and I unstaked before I minted one freaking time, and it was pending, and I'm like, do I cancel? The gas fee was like crazy for the potential of canceling it, so I couldn't cancel it. I'm like thinking, oh, then I revenge bought the same amount of Hedron the next day for less than what it was the day before. I've justified it for myself. Now it's a little bit less than that. But ladies and gentlemen, mint before you unstake, please.
Uh,
Don't be like
and
me.
but and I will add to that I'm going to unstake after the bonus, or rather claim after the bonus phase is over. Yes, I will lose out on the bonus, but so also the source address will get less of a bonus. So that is
Oh,
also one thing.
really? You decided not
Yes,
to even claim until the bonus phase is over.
because because I told you the amount of Hedron I will get is less than what it would cost me in gas fees.
Thank you very much for jumping on that grenade for us, D-Raj.
The other thing is also when you, and I don't know which restrictions are you, or what is your tax issues over there, but for us here in Australia, if you claim everything at once in January, February, March, then you only pay your tax at one time for that amount. Later on, if it's growing over the year, so if you don't take it out and it's literally growing over the years, then eventually it gets to a ridiculous amount. You only pay your capital gains tax. You don't pay the first tax. So for middle class working men, if you minted everything at once, that will be a tax benefit for us. Because once you've minted it once, you pay the total amount tax of that as crypto tax. And then in the coming years, when the price goes up for Hedron, if you don't touch it, then whatever you take out is only capital gains tax, not the normal crypto tax. In our case,
Yep, no, I'm aware.
Australia.
Yeah, I'm aware, and that's
So
why I don't
minted,
mint.
yeah, I minted everything, so I pay only tax once for that amount of Hedron I got now. And if I leave it for the next 10 years and take it out in 10 years' time, then I'll only pay the capital gains tax of what I take out.
It still conflicts with the way that it's been done in the United States right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the nicest takes.
Yeah, it sounds like you're happy that you're being double taxed. It sounds like
but only for the you're double taxed, pretty much. But that's why I take it out.
And you're okay with that. You're not gonna talk to a CPA and try to get somebody to be on your side to defend you, because it doesn't sound right in any jurisdiction that you would be taxed first on the virtual gift at zero or next to zero.
At zero, yeah.
And then you would have to be responsible for paying an additional transaction amount at the disposition of the actual asset. That's what they're fighting in the United States right now. I wouldn't give that type of advice to anybody unless they're hearing that from a tax professional, but it sounds like you haven't been getting very good advice. I don't know about your jurisdiction.
Oh.
I'm just saying in the States it's being combated in court right now because it's not right.
Yeah. No, not on our side. I don't know. I think it was a smart way to do it, because you don't literally pay next to zero tax and then a capital gains tax whenever you take it out, but only for the portion you take it out. So if you only take, I don't know, $100 Hedron out, you only pay $100.
Yeah, but
you're tax on $100.
So you're happy because you're establishing your dollar cost basis, and that's okay. But you're also succumbing to paying tax on the cost basis itself, which doesn't make much sense. It's still being hashed out in the United States. Have you talked to a CPA or the equivalent of in Australia, or are you just guessing here?
Not for Hedron. No. That's the way that's handled on our side.
Have you talked to
we
a
could-
tax professional, somebody that
No,
has a
no,
license?
no.
Okay, then you're doing yourself a disservice. You really should. Okay, get some. You're in crypto now. I don't care what jurisdiction you guys are in. If you're not talking to a tax professional, then you are totally screwing yourself. You need to find one that sees it your way and can agree that you're in a defensible or explainable position, and then add the notes, file the right things, pay the right amount of tax. But don't go around thinking, I definitely did this right, when you may not have been. So I would say that to you, Frank. You got to go get a tax professional, CPA, someone with an actual degree and license.
I'll have a look.
Please. Did you use Coinly at least to calculate this?
I use Coinly. Yes.
Okay.
I'm Coinly. Yeah.
Right. And you check the box that says airdrops as income?
Yes.
You did? Okay. Well, I would be very careful, and I'd get a tax professional to because Coinly is not the end all be all. You need to work in conjunction with a tax professional.
Okay.
My tax plan is simple. I already have an affidavit that all my crypto was on my mobile, which was stolen from me while I was traveling in Manila. So I don't have any crypto.
I'm
And
sorry, Diraj. I'm sorry, virtual Diraj. And the boating accident is next?
yes, that is why I'm going to India.
For the boating accident, yes.
Yeah. And Alan, I want to tell again, I did mint my Hedron on day 2 of the claim phase, but the remaining, which is also because my stake lengths are long, whatever is claimable, still I will mint at the end of the stake. And but basic tax, my understanding is just treat every transaction as potentially taxable, so reduce the number of transactions. That's kind of my strategy is. So yeah.
I mean, how you can't get around gas fees as taxable events, though. So every time you use anything to do with gas, that's a microtransaction that gets a micro taxable event, which again is why you need Coinly. I also feel the same way you do, Diraj. I'm like, you know when you have a good dump and you're like, I'm never gonna eat again. I feel so fucking wonderful, and then you're like, I'm hungry now. Well, the idea is the same as that. You say, I'm gonna limit all of my transactions in crypto. Next thing you know, something comes out where you have to claim hundreds and hundreds of tokens in different transactions. Yeah, that's very nice. He's having a good one. He didn't even take his pants off, though.
It's a drink.
Oh.
Milk tea or boba, to be exact.
Does it have a
We have this-
meatball on the top? Is that it?
no, that's boba.
Boba.
That is
Boba
So I got my
bubble tea.
MCA consult next month. So hopefully I'll be figure this shit out.
No crypto.
Yeah, right.
What crypto? Do you own the keys to this wallet, good sir? No.
Come with us. I'm paper rich for life. I guess you'll stay that way.
Forget to put the memo on. Mm.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
XLM and XRP, two cut of the same shit cloth.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, yeah, and people, XLM, XRP, these are like the best tokens to do transfers between exchanges. Yeah, like almost intense. So even they have use case.
What's going on? Oh, okay.
What am I-
Whose drink
What?
is this?
What's the deal?
Was this D-Rush?
Yeah, I was Saturday evening. I was just having some hot coffee
I have a question.
and a cookie.
No, Diraj, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Why is there a fork? To which of these items are you going to use the fork?
It's a soft batch.
I
drink.
know.
Actually, it is there for aesthetics.
That's a toothpick.
It's a weight. It's a weight for the serviette.
It's to keep the serviette from flying away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have to maybe you have to, like, in case somebody from across the table goes and tries to get the cookie, you just stab them in the hand?
Yeah,
Self-defense fork.
maybe. But I used it to stir the coffee.
That is exactly what I would have done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Miss Exquisite's.
Oh, yeah. These are strawberries.
Ichigo.
Ichigo.
It's 15. isn't it?
Have you ever put your strawberries in my daughter freaked me out. She put her strawberries that I bought her in cold salt water for 3 minutes. And it seemed like, and she freaked me out with this, each of those little seeds on the outer side actually has some larvae in it, and they all come out in salt water. So
Are
if
you
wanna
kidding?
I'm not
No
kidding,
way.
man. Go ahead and try it. Just try it, please. I'm from Southern California originally, and I know strawberries. I did not know this about strawberries. The seeds actually have. She swears all of them have larvae, Daddy, and I'm like, I think you're going to be sick to my stomach. Just put it in salt water before you eat them, she says. I'm like, okay, I'll be doing that from now on.
Cool.
It also makes them sweeter because the salt with the sugar and the fruit. But go ahead and try it and see if, because seeing is believing. I was disgusted. Tiny little bugs.
I don't know. Like,
It's easy enough to try. It's easy enough to try, Diraj. If you doubt me, man, I was a doubter.
If it is there, I will just consider it as protein.
Extra protein.
fortified.
Yeah.
Yeah, your stomach acid will liquefy them instantly.
Sure.
Thanks,
Try it out,
Alan,
man.
For the $5 super chat.
Oh, thank you.
This is better than my kids' show and tell. Oh God.
I mean, we're 50 years old. We've been eating strawberries for, yeah, it's no big deal.
It's
I
no
mean,
big
it
deal.
sounds
I've been
now,
eating
but-
strawberries for 50 years, and now I'm not going to stop eating my larva now. God damn it. You can't make me stop.
Yeah, it must be a good thing.
Oh,
That's a
shit.
good larva.
Yeah.
There's one of them right there.
No, that is not what
Is
it
it
is.
chili or something? Right?
That's one
It's way
damn
too
big
big.
strawberry larva.
Oh, shit.
This looks like one of these sex toys with a G spot.
This was
is
Diraj's
right,
circumcision photo.
That's before.
Yeah.
Where's the after picture?
Yeah. It's got a big bite out of the tip. Oh boy.
All right, that was my meal. Okay, so
Oh, shit.
yeah, it has D. Raj's hometown spices in there.
Okay.
So what could possibly go wrong with double Indian spices?
You're getting HelloFresh delivered. Awesome.
It looks like
Yep.
it's 90% cumin.
And that's what it looks like.
That's 5 dinners,
What?
5 times or 5 dinners. So one weekly dinner, Monday to Friday.
Yeah, I do a weekly dinner Monday to Friday. You're correct. So HelloFresh. Now they're pretty good. But other than that, let's see. Who's this? Oh, remember him?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that was a
That's great. That's great.
He
What
was
a-
biased.
Goober.
He was
Look at the face. Hey, when I was a young guy, I remember 2 boxers that faced off. One was Fred Flintstone and the other was Barney Rubble. And then they had the match. And then the young guy kicked the old guy's ass. Let's see if we see it again today. Remember, Richard Hart is the young guy. Remember, Richard Hart is the young guy.
It's a nice impression.
If he wasn't Australian, that is, right?
Yeah. Finbear says you've got great sense of hummus. Oh, Jesus. Let's see what else is left. Oh, yeah. This is my teppanyaki lovers with okonomiyaki with, seafood okonomiyaki with an array of washing detergent colorants.
Okay, this is
Yep.
ridiculous for a number of reasons. That is one, but let's take a step back and say that the name of the restaurant is Teppanyaki Lovers, but the only thing on the menu is okonomiyaki.
Yeah. Isn't it supposed to be like steak? Yeah.
Yes, it is, and I don't get this at all.
Isn't this like the dollar store where everything is like $10? Oh shit. Anyway, that's the last of that. Oh, crap. Nope. One too many. Hang on. There's too many tabs. Is this for real or not? This was 2 days ago.
Yeah, no.
No? Okay.
Yeah, we have been hearing that since 2016. So take it for what you want. And I already discussed this in one of the FN hangouts. The problems are not just technical; they are kind of political as well. They want the miners or original founders to hold maximum stake in the proof of stake. So I expect at least a couple of years more. But
Thank you, Al, by the way.
Oh,
Very nice. And you got to call out porn to wake the audience up. I couldn't get any feedback from them at all, so I dropped the P bomb. I don't even think it's a bad word to say porn in mixed company. Oh dear, he said pornography.
and it got rugged, right? That was your fault.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I got it rugged. Sure. Yeah, but D-Raj, there's no way that these miners can just hang up their, what would you call that? Their all their investment is now been made whole. Basically, the conspiracy could have been, Vitalik says to all the miners, I've got a plan. I'm going to hike up the gas prices 8,000-fold, and you'll get that for just 6 months, and after that, you gotta get out of the business, okay, guys? Yeah, sure, whatever you say, boss. That could have been a conspiracy, but I don't think there's any other way they can justify simply burning their entire business plan, right? Their business model is gone.
What if Vitalik took money from the foundation and bought them out? all of them.
As an industry, ugh,
Oh, you guys
That's-
are catching up to what I was telling y'all last year. Good for y'all.
so what do you say, Wales?
About what? WF being in charge of everything? I told y'all that shit last year, man. Y'all motherfuckers thought I was making shit up. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, so you think that Vitalik does call the shots and says, "Let me
All
open up my
shots? Hell
purse"?
nah, he don't run shit.
Okay, so again, unclear as to which way you're fighting, but you want to fight, so please
No,
go
I
ahead.
don't want to fight, bro. My point is that people need to wake up and stop believing shit they see on TV.
We
That's
don't
my
see this on TV; it's on YouTube.
Pick one. What's the difference?
All right. So what's the
Censor
deal?
everything everywhere.
What's the deal? What's going to happen with the miners? Do you think that we're going to see proof of stake in just 2 months?
Nah, hell no. The fuck for? What do you mean? Why would they do that?
Yeah, exactly. Why?
That literally makes no sense. Why would they
Yeah.
help the crypto scene out? That's stupid. That's not their goal, clearly.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't see it happening. Why hasn't it happened in the last 5-6 years? What's taking so long? Or 2017, isn't it? 5 years, whatever. What's taking so long? I mean, you literally see the price of ETH2 on Coinbase. Why? Ain't no fucking ETH2. You don't see no price of Pulse nowhere, or Pulse X, or Hex2, or Hex on Pulse Chain. Like, what the fuck? So understand what's going on. It's not a like it's like this is a movie in real life, and people think it's not because you're too busy thinking everything is on TV and it's not, or YouTube, whatever. But yeah, the shit that they're doing is real. I wasn't joking. Ethereum is co-opted. Blockchain, Bitcoin is co-opted. All this shit is co-opted. So if people don't learn what crypto is really supposed to be, guess what we just transferred to? Nothing. Same shit. Because everything is already digital, is it not? Yeah. So what's the difference? What you call it is the only difference.
Tell us more about the Hex Investment Trust. I think you guys RG3 announced it on Friday.
Well, we're gonna do a formal announcement, and we can't really say too much per se. But what I can tell you is that it's a straw for Hex, and if you understand how or a vacuum, let's call it a vacuum. It's gonna be a vacuum for Hex because whatever goes in is never coming out. So yeah, more Hex is just gonna disappear off the market basically. Go ahead, D. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I know. Like we have. I'm frankly, I'm really low energy. You must have already understood. So I wanted to leave out early, but before that, I try to promote other hex channels and sci-fi channels. So I wanted to give a shout out to SJ Reads Sci-Fi. She is doing an audiobook of Sci-Fi. Now there is already audio version of Sci-Fi by Anne Hex, but that is a text to speech version. This is SJ actually reading, and you can tell the difference listening.
Yeah.
That yeah, a human reading, there is much more emotion, and especially it is really helpful for the dyslexic people that uh, and I recommend you keep the text version in front of you and listen and read at the same time. That helps you improve your reading and listening skills. And I highly recommend reading chapter 9, experience, where we delve into the use of drugs So please go and read it sometime. And again, sorry, no golden mic today, uh, because I I I have something special planned for the Vegas conference. So
Uh-oh.
so make sure to follow Matty Allen and catch me there. And before what was I going to say? Yeah. Another reason for not doing the golden mic today is there is this thing called randomization of reward. So you can't, if you keep doing the same thing every time, people get bored. So that's why you have to take a break in between. So see you guys at the Vegas conference. I will. Luckily my internet is okay so far, and I'll say goodbye while it is doing good. So bye bye.
All right.
Bye, Diraj.
Peace,
Good
D.
night.
Bye.
Be well.
Okay, good
Have a
night.
good night.
Nighty
Enjoy
night,
the-
Mother Goose.
Enjoy the Mumbai Spice.
Saving his voice for the conference. I like that.
Red or black?
Black. Always been on black.
Okay.
That's right.
Wesley Snipes.
I'll take number 8. 8 black, yeah.
21 black.
8 black. What? Say that again. 21 black.
Yeah, is there a 21 black?
21 black. I will go for
No,
8 black.
21 red.
I don't get this. It's just,
33
I'll go with 33 black.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, 33 black.
for the Masons out
21.
The
there.
arrows on the arrows on the 9 o'clock.
I'm gonna go for click to spin.
well, you're gonna
You
win.
win all
That's
the time, you're gonna
cheating.
I'm gonna win. Here we go. You can't help yourself.
yeah.
Hey, I win.
Oh my!
Oh
No, we all freaking
Snake
no.
eyes. Everybody eats it.
All right,
You got
that's what
rock for
happens when
Using
you.
money.
That's what happens when you gamble, kids.
Well, I'm closest because I had a 2-number pick, so 3-3 wins.
Get out of here, bro.
Masons always win.
Well, put it like that. That's not a bad way to take an intermission too. That's pretty fun.
So, King, what did you do? You sent your cardboard box back to Nagabo's party or something like this? I heard?
No, I ordered some just the same image, but just the head. They put them on a stick, and I'll be out there.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Too funny, man.
Yeah, you know what? That's what you say in the actual casino, and they actually pay you when you say that you almost
Yeah.
said. You know,
They almost pay you. You mean?
they almost pay you if you almost did it.
A cheap reel.
RG wheel.
All right. I think before we call it, we're about 1.5 hours. I'll do one more. Place your bets.
I bet on outro.
22 black.
You're gonna win.
24.
The payout's like 0, right?
Black Mamba 24.
I go for 22 black.
I go on black. I want to just make double my money.
Okay.
A 2x. Sell it on a double.
Yep. Crypto Jack saying 33 black. Okay. All right.
We should make it a game. Send some cash or send some hex.
No.
No.
Okay.
Mason confirmed.
I win.
Or black.
Four black.
Or black. Man, I don't even like that number. I would have never picked it.
What's with the win?
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know.
It's a continuation of a Vegas theme. Things are going on in Vegas. Now you get a wheel on the program. Don't expect to see it next time because it's just not that great.
So going back to Vegas, are there any other streamers streaming apart from the main event?
Nah, everybody's typically respects the main event.
The main event, okay. Oh, yeah.
It works for us because we're so out of the way. But most people stream during those times, so they just don't stream at all.
Cool.
I think. Well, aren't some of you guys presenting today? Anybody on the lineup? I'm talking with Funding Jim and Toby Wan and John Wick at 10 a.m. No, 10 a.m. Vegas time today. Under the not tax advice section. Anybody else streaming today?
No. I woke up extra early and I bumped into Papa B. He's like, "What are you doing here, King?" I'm like, I'm supposed to be coming on soon. He's like, "No, I think you got the." Yeah, I fucked the time.
So
up.
how you guys not giving tax advice but talking about taxes? I mean,
exactly. Just wait, tune in and see.
I don't know why y'all doing that, but good luck to y'all.
Oh,
I've already
you're welcome, King. Sorry. You're welcome, Wales. King, you're welcome too.
Ain't got shit to do with me. But,
well, what you all talking tax without talking tax? That's impossible. Well, let us do our thing. If you want to join us, you can do it from the chat.
Good, thanks. I'd rather keep regulators off my ass. No, thank you, sir. So you guys have fun with that.
Well, on that note, it's time to go. We'll be back next week again. And I forgot I was the host.
That's the best way to end it.
Yeah, you're like, who the hell is gonna hit that button? Oh, it's me. Oops.
Who's supposed to outro this?
This is getting tense. I wish somebody hit the outro.
Markable. Hit it.
Goodbye, everyone. Be well.
See you guys.
Enjoy. See ya.
Bye-bye.
HexAsians is a proud member of the Discourse Syndicate network.